Hey, this is Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Today I'll be showing you how to change out your U-joint the easy way on your side-by-side or ATV. Over time, the U-joints on your ATV or UTV can wear out. If you're at this point, I'll show you how easy it can be to replace them. Some things you might notice if you have a bad U-joint is a squeak when the vehicle starts moving, or when you put it into gear, you might hear a clunking sound, and while you're riding, you might feel some abnormal vibration. If these symptoms go unchecked and unserviced, it could cause damage to the bearings both on the differential and the transmission, and eventually that U-joint can break, and that will damage both the drive shaft and yokes. Now, there's a few different methods to do this, but having the right tool for the job makes all the difference. Motion Pro makes a U-joint tool specifically for the power sports industry that fits most ATV and UTV models. This tool makes the job easier and helps us prevent any damage to the drive shaft. So let's go ahead and get started and get these U-joints replaced. To do this job, we need some basic hand tools, rags, and safety glasses. We're also using our Motion Pro U-joint press tool, some grease, and contact cleaner. For parts, we're using a Tusk U-joint, but we do have a lot of different options on our website, including complete drive shafts. So be sure to check that out. Before you can remove the U-joint, you'll need to remove the drive shaft from the machine. Now, we've already done this, and if you need help doing it, refer to your model-specific service manual. So another thing I want to point out is that there's more than one way to do this job, and it is possible to use a vise with a hammer, or you could also use a shop press. But I like to use the Motion Pro tool just because it makes everything clean and easy. The first thing we're going to need to do is remove the retaining clips on all 4 bearing cups. To do this, we'll use a hammer and a punch. We'll take it out the last little bit with the screwdriver. So on our drive shaft, what we've got our yoke right here that the U-joint is actually pressed into. So these 2 pieces are your yoke, and these right here are your bearing cups that are pressed into the yoke. So what we need to do is press these bearing cups out of the yokes. That way we can free everything up and put our new U-joint in place. To press these bearing cups out, we need to find an adapter and a press pin that fits it. So how we do that is we need this adapter to be bigger than the outside diameter of our bearing cup, and that way we can press it into this hollow chamber right here. And we need this pin to be smaller than the outside diameter of the bearing cup, and that way it actually presses all the way through. Now that we've got our right adapter and drive tip selected, we can get everything set up in our tool. Now, keep in mind that when we use this tool, we'll want to use grease on these threads. We'll put the adapter into the bottom of our press tool, and then we'll take our drive tip and put it in the top right here. And then we'll take our U-joint and we'll line it up with these 2 pieces. So if you need to make adjustments on the U-joint to get it to fit in the tool, you can also move these adjusting bolts on the side. So we've got ours all adjusted up, and we can now start to turn our drive pin down. Another thing, sometimes these bearing cups can be stuck in place. So if this happens and it starts to get a little bit tight, we can actually strike the end of this with a hammer, and since this is free floating on these adjusting screws, it can help drive the bearing cup down. You can see our old bearing cup, these needles had no lubrication at all left in them and looking pretty sorry. With this side's bearing cup out, we can now press on the joint itself right here and we'll press the other side bearing cup out. I'm actually going to use a little penetrating oil to help this other side come out since we can get access to that side of the yoke. With the second bearing cup out, we'll now remove this drive shaft and U-joint from the tool again. Now we'll repeat the same steps on the other yoke. The next thing we'll do is clean the bearing surface on both yokes. Now that we've got our bearing surfaces cleaned up, we're ready to install our U-joint. Before we can do that, we need to put a plug in the end of this. Now, our stock one didn't have a grease zerk on it, and if you want to leave it like that, you can run, this U-joint comes with just a plug that caps the end, but we want to have a grease zerk on there, and that way we can grease this later on. So we'll put this on, and at the end we'll pump a little grease in it, make sure it's all completely filled with grease. But if you're not using the grease zerk, it's a good idea when you reassemble this to put a little bit of extra grease, and that way you're safe. Make sure everything's nice and lubed up. Be careful when you tighten the zerk down. It's a soft material and you don't want to break these off. We're now ready to take our U-joint and we'll install it on one yoke. To do this, we'll take two of the bearing cups off and we'll slide the cross into our yoke. We'll next take one of the bearing cups and we'll align it with one of the sides of the cross, and we can now press this bearing cup into place. And we'll press it in. You can see there's a groove for our retaining ring. We'll press it in just past that groove. We'll be using the same adapter and drive tip on our U-joint press tool. To help this slide in, I'll put a little grease on our bearing cup. When you're driving the bearing cup in, make sure it's going in evenly all the way around. If you have a vise, it's nice to hold this U-joint press tool in it, and that way it makes pressing this joint in a lot easier. We've got the bearing cup pressed in far enough to show our retaining clip, so we'll go ahead and remove it from our tool and install the retaining clip. We've removed one of the bearing cups so we can spin the U-joint around, and that way we won't hit the grease zerk. Next, we'll install the bearing cup on the other side. Now we can repeat the same process for the other yoke. When you put the bearing cups on, be careful not to knock out any of the needle bearings. If for some reason you feel some resistance, like one of them fell out, make sure you stop and check your work before you keep going on. Since the drive shaft is a little more bulky, it might be easier to put it in the vise to tap these circlips in place. The last thing we'll need to do before we install this back on the machine is hook our grease gun up. We'll pump in some grease, make sure we have enough in there to keep it well lubricated, and we'll also make sure that our joints all work smoothly together. And that's all there is to replacing your U-joint. If you need this tool or any other parts for your machine, check out our website. We have OEM and aftermarket parts on there. If you like this video and want to see more like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.